Hello there, welcome. I'm Heather, this is Astrid, and she's saying hello. Today we're going to do a Hatha yoga practice. This is a really wonderful practice to work on strengthening body awareness, breath awareness, as well as strengthening our upper bodies, lower body, and core work. It's a wonderful practice for beginners or anyone who's looking for an overall general practice to use throughout the week. So let's get started. Okay, finding that Sukhasana, that easy or sweet pose. Crisscross applesauce. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can always put your feet straight out in front of you. You can also sit on top of a pillow, which is what I am doing right now. Ideally, we want the hips higher than the knees. That way we're not hunched over sitting like this, but rather up nice and tall. So beginning by closing your eyes and taking a moment just to notice the parts of your body that are touching the floor. Sits bones, ankles, shins, thighs. Just notice and let them be heavy. And then I want you to bring to mind the image of your spine and what it looks like right now as you're sitting. And see if you could make it an inch longer than it is. Lengthening up all the way from the base of your spine up to the crown of the head, trying to elongate it. Allow your hands to rest in your lap and allow the full weight of your shoulders to fall down your back. Soften your face muscles, make sure you're not tensed or tight. And let's tune into the breath. Start to bring your attention to the breath. How are you breathing? How does it feel? Is it slow, fast? Maybe it's shallow or deep. Perhaps you're breathing mostly into the belly or the chest. Just take notice. Don't try to change it, just let it be what it is. And go ahead, bring your hand to your heart. And I want you to see if you can connect with your heartbeat. And if you can't feel your heartbeat, go ahead and reach for your pulse. And rubbing the palms of the hands together to create a little bit of heat, a little bit of energy. Bring them to your heart center in Prana Mudra with your thumbs connected to the sternum, lightly pressing in, and equal pressure on both the left hand and the right. You want to gently press into each palm so you can feel those shoulder blades engage. Take a nice deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead, release your hands in your lap and open your eyes. Nicely done. That's how we tune in. Next, we're going to do a pranayama practice called Ujjayi breath, or ocean breath. It's a really cooling, soothing breath practice that's wonderful to use whenever you are working out, doing a challenging yoga practice, or maybe you're a little overheated or stressed out. It's a wonderful pranayama practice to kind of bring you to a neutral mind and also kind of cool your body down. So this Ujjayi breath is going to be in through your nose and out through your nose. But before we start, let's try inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth like you're fogging up a window. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, fog up the window. Nice. So you know that sound, that swirling sound you're making? We want to keep that. But we want to try to do it with our mouth closed. So you'll inhale through the nose. You'll exhale through the nose and keep that swirling sound. Inhale. Exhale, swirling ocean sound. You sort of relax the back of your throat, lower your soft palate, relax it. And if it helps, you can think of it as Darth Vader breath. You know how Darth Vader breathes? We're doing that, but with our mouth closed. So let's try some Ujjayi breath. Close your eyes, sitting up nice and tall, and begin. Excellent. Go ahead, release and relax that Ujjayi breath. And know that I encourage you to use that breath throughout the entirety of this whole practice. And before we get to moving and the asana, or the poses, let's come back into prana mudra, pressing into the palms, sternum connected, thumbs connected to the sternum, eyes closed. Deep, slow breaths in and out of the nose. And I'd like you to connect with why you're here today. What is it that brought you here? What are you seeking? What are you looking for? And go ahead, relax. Okay. All right, we're going to shift over onto our hands and knees for some cat and cow. And I like to use yoga paws to help keep my hands in place. And you're always welcome to use a blanket underneath the knees in order to cushion your joints. Always up to you, and it's always an option. So hands under the shoulders, knees under those hips. Spread your fingertips out. Make sure they're facing the top of your mat. And I want you to lengthen through the crown of your head. Reach it forward, reach the tailbone back. Draw your belly button into your spine and press through the hands. Right? We want to make sure we're not sagging, but we're engaged here. And engage that Ujjayi breath. Keep going. We're strengthening the shoulders. We're starting to warm them up as well as the wrists. And go ahead, inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze. And exhale, round the back, tuck the tail, press through the hands. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart and gaze. Exhale, round the back. Navel to spine, chin to chest. Inhale to cow, big belly breath. Exhale to cat. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and your own pace. And remember that the breath is just as important as the movement. And perhaps start to experiment with any other movement that feels good for you right now. I like doing these around the world. Just make sure you reverse directions, whatever it is you're doing. You want to be equal on both sides. And then perhaps maybe tuck the toes, sit the hips back, stretch out the feet a little bit. And then you can also flip the wrists. Give those a little stretch. And then let's move into extended child's pose. Widen the knees, sit the hips back, and release the heart and head down to the mat. You can reach the arms forward, or maybe bend the elbows a little bit so there's more weight on the elbows and less stress on the shoulders. Heads can also come to a block. Slow, deep, full breaths. Go ahead and use your hands, come back up onto your knees, and come back into tabletop. Nice and aligned, lengthen spine, press through those hands, navel drawn in, and inhale, reach that right heel back, as far back as you possibly can. Toes facing down, keep that navel in, press through the hands. Perhaps lift that left arm out in front of you, adding some strength, balance here, as well as starting to engage the core. Keep pressing through those hands and engage that Ujjayi breath. And exhale, lower the hand and knee down. Inhale the left heel back. Reach it back as far as you can, almost like someone's pulling the heel back. And if you're ready, reaching the right arm forward. So opposite leg, opposite arm. Go ahead, lower down. And inhale the right foot back as far as you can. Lower the toe down onto the mat, and we're going to pivot the heel down, put the left hand underneath the shoulder, and reach the right arm up. Perhaps lift your gaze. Keep that navel engaged and drawn in. And if you'd like, extend that right arm up overhead. Deep breaths, maybe engage that Ujjayi breath. And you're always welcome to go into a full side plank by picking up that left leg and putting it right behind the right. I'm going to stay right here. Breathe, make sure your head is not sinking down, but still lengthen through the spine. And go ahead, lower the hand down, and let's switch sides. Inhale the left leg back. Keep pressing through the hands, navel engaged. Lower the toe down to the mat. Pivot the heel down. Right hand under the shoulder. Lift that left arm up. Perhaps lift the gaze. Find your balance. Navel in. Make sure the spine is long. Breathe. And perhaps reach that left arm up overhead. Go ahead, lower the hand down. Come back to tabletop. Inhale that right heel back. And then I want you to put your right foot, cross it over the left. Bring the toe down to the floor. Keep pressing through your hands and look over your left shoulder. Look to see if you can see either your hip or the right heel. Breathe. And then bring the foot back to center. Inhale that left foot back. Put it over the right. Look over the right shoulder. So we're making a C with our spine. And then come back to the center. Press back into child's pose. Releasing the heart and head down to the floor. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale. Inhale, walk the hands over to the top left-hand corner. Really reach those right fingertips out in front of you to the left. And then walk the hands over to the top right-hand corner. Those left fingertips really reaching. So we've got a really lovely side stretch here. Walk the hands back to center and shift forward onto your belly. Nice and easy. Adjust as needed if you need to move your boobs out of the way or your belly. Put the tops of your feet down on the floor. Hands next to your chest. And inhale. Lengthen through the spine. Lift the gaze. It's just a slight little lift here. Hands are not doing the work. It's all the spine. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, lower. So baby cobra. Inhale, lift. Lengthen. Lead with the heart. It's much more important to get long than it is to get high. And exhale, lower. And make your way back up to tabletop. Done. And we're going to move into downward facing dog. Tuck those toes. Move your hands about an inch forward. Spread out those fingertips. Press through the hands and send the hips up. Bend the knees and send the booty up. So it's more important that the booty goes up than the heels touching the floor, but you do want to send those heels down towards the floor. Keep breathing. Make space between your ears and your shoulders. Send everything back. And go ahead, bend one knee at a time. And find your stillness in down dog. Relish in the stretch up the back of the leg. Inhale, look at your hands, and walk your feet up to the top of the mat for forward fold. Bend the knees, and let your torso drape over those thighs. Hands can always come to blocks. Just really bend those knees. Try and let the shoulders and the head hang. And then use the hands to walk up the legs, coming up to stand, nice and slow. Oh, excellent. Okay, leave your feet where they're at and start to willow tree it out. Just doing little twists here. Sometimes we might get a little tension or tightness in the back, so we want to make sure we release it. Maybe shake the legs, shake the tush, shake the arms, shake the head, bounce the shoulders. Whew. There we go. Excellent. Okay, you're going to want to make sure that you have your blocks near the top of your mat, so it's available to you. And let's do this. Find your Tadasana, coming to the top of the mat. Feel all four corners rooted down into the earth. Tuck your booty under, draw your navel in, chest is wide, shoulders are down, palms face front. Then take your finger and run it up the back of your neck. Make sure it's nice and long so your chin is tucked ever so slightly. And the last bit of this, we're going to engage Mahabandh. So you're going to squeeze your bathroom muscles, right? Anything like that, squeeze it in and up. It's like Kegel muscles. Squeeze, draw it into your navel. Draw that navel into the spine. Long neck. Fully engaged here in Tadasana. Feel the ground beneath you. Feel how strong and sturdy it is, and how when you root down in through your feet to the earth, you're able to rise up and make the spine long and lengthened. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, half lift. Lengthening through the spine, reaching the crown forward and the tailbone back. Draw the navel into your spine. Keep breathing. And your hands can go to your shins or your knees. Feel the stretch of the back of the legs. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. Take a breath here, relax, adjust if you need to, and inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, half lift. You can keep the knees bent if you need to. You really want to try to feel that stretch in the back of the leg, back of the knee. Exhale, fold. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana, hands down. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. And relax. Good job. All right. So it is summertime here. So I am a little warm. That's okay. Grab some water if you'd like. And finding that Tadasana once more, that very rooted, grounded, strong stance, just like a mountain, right? If anybody tried to push you over, they wouldn't succeed. You are too strong, too rooted. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, step the right foot back to a nice high lunge. We really want to sink into this stretch here so you feel it up the front hip. Knee is over the ankle, that heel is up. We're squaring off our hips, navel's in, chest is wide. We're really feeling our legs here. Maybe engage that Ujjayi breath. Each time you exhale, see if you can sink further into that bend. And let's connect the breath a little bit. Inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And inhale, step up. And let's switch sides. So stay right where you're at. I'm just going to switch here so you get my front view. Inhale, step the left foot back. You can always use a wall or a dresser or a chair next to you if you need some balance help. Really straighten that back leg. Imagine that someone's pulling the heel back. Belly in, chest is wide, knee is over that ankle. You want to protect the joint there. And let's move with the breath. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Last one. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And step on up. Shake it out. Bringing hands to hips. Inhale, step the right foot back. High lunge. Swoop those arms up to a nice wide V. Make sure your shoulders are down. Navel is in. Inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. So let's check this alignment really quick. That front heel should be perpendicular with your back foot, the arch of your back foot. Front knee is moving out to the left, so it's right over the ankle. You should be able to see your big toe. Arms are out in a T. Chest is facing the right. Reach those fingertips. Breathe. Shift your gaze over that front middle finger. Make sure you're not leaning forward. You're up straight. Keep breathing. And inhale, bring the hands back to your hips. Pop that back heel up. Step on up. Moving to the other side. Inhale, step the left foot back. Find your balance. Find the strength of your legs. Swoop those arms up. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Check your alignment. Front right knee moving to the right. Arms reaching out, shoulders are down. Navel is in, that back heel is on the mat. Front heel perpendicular with the arc of the back foot. Bend into this stretch here. Gaze over the middle right finger. Find that drishti. What is your focal point? There's a saying that when you want the pose to end, that's when it truly begins. And bring your hands to your hips, turn up that back heel, come back to that high lunge, step on up. Shake it out. Hands on the hips, inhale, step the right foot back. Swoop the arms up. Shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. Inhale, tip back. Reverse the warrior. The left hand goes up. Right arm reaches down. Exhale, warrior two. Legs stay where they are. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, shift back to high lunge or crescent lunge. Hands to your hips, step up. Shake it out. Inhaling the left foot back. Swoop those arms up. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Open up the chest. Navel in. Front knee moving out. Inhale, tip back. Reverse the warrior. Right arm goes up, left arm goes down. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. And swoop back. High crescent lunge. Step on up. Shake it out. Shake the arms, shake the shoulders and wrists, shake the booty, shake it all out. Excellent. All right, find your Tadasana, your mountain pose. Fully engaged. Squeeze those bathroom muscles. Draw them into the navel. Draw the navel in and up. Make sure the back of the neck is lengthened. Breathe. Soften your face muscles. Find your drishti or focal point. Bring your hands to your hips and shift your weight over to the right. Pick up that left knee. Put your hand on it, take it out to the side, and attach your foot to your leg, either below or above the knee or on the floor, up to you. And bring your hands to heart center. For tree pose, squeeze everything you have. Draw it in and up, lengthen through the spine. Press into that bottom foot. Perhaps if you're ready and you feel steady, you can grow your tree branches. Lifting those arms, slightly lift the gaze. And lift the corners of your mouth. Find that mountain pose once more. Find your drishti and your gaze, your focus. Make sure that navel is drawn in, right? When we're balancing, if we're loose in the core, our booty's gonna stick out and it's gonna throw us off balance. So squeeze everything in and up. Tall like a mountain. Now we're gonna make ourselves tall like a tree. Bring your hands to your hips. Shift your weight to the left, pick up that right knee. Take it out to the side. Attach the foot. Make sure it is above or below that knee joint. You don't want to put pressure on it and injure it. Bring hands to heart center. You can always use a chair or a wall or desk as a balancing point. When you're ready, lift the arms, lift the gaze, lift the smile. And lower the hands, lower the foot, shake it out. Good job. You need a little water, grab that. If it's really hot in your room, like it's hot here, it's gonna dab off some of the sweat. And let's come to a nice wide leg stance. Want your heels out and your toes in. Almost like you're pigeon-toed. Bring your hands to your hips. Lead with the heart. Open chest. Think about your spine and how long it is. And I want you to inhale, hinge forward at the hip to a flat back. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, go for it. I really want you to try to get that lengthened spine so it's like you're making an L. Draw that navel into the spine. We have to support the lower back. And exhale, lower your hands to the floor. Or you can come to blocks underneath your shoulders. And I want you to try to keep that lengthened spine. So we're not folding forward yet. We've got the knees either bent or straight, depending on the stretch you feel. Your crown is still reaching forward, right? The crown of your head, and your tailbone is still reaching back. And I want you to shift the weight forward onto your toes and back to your heels. And just rock forward, rock back. Feel the stretch. Notice how it feels different. And then go ahead, fold all the way forward as much as you're able. Really allowing the shoulders and the head to draw your spine down and decompress it. Maybe shake your head yes, shake your head no. You can grab your elbows if you like, and you can sway or keep your hands on the blocks. And then release the hands down to the floor and gently lower yourself down onto your knees. And if sitting on your knees is not comfortable, you can totally sit on your bottom for right now. It's not too important for you to be in Virasana. Wherever you are, make light fists. I want you to touch your knuckles behind your back and open up the chest. Make sure we're not closed in. We're just stretching the shoulders here, opening the chest. And you can also touch your wrists if you have that shoulder flexibility, or you can grab your elbows. My shoulder range of motion is not something I'm continually working on. So I just like to keep my knuckles together. Breathe and relax. And let's go ahead and come forward into child's pose. Widen the knees, touch the toes, release the heart and head down to the floor. Nice, deep, slow breaths. And take a moment to reconnect with why you're here today. What was your motivation for coming? Your purpose for coming? What brought you here? What was your intention for this class? Go ahead, use your hands to come back up. And we're going to come to sit in butterfly. So on your bum with the bottoms of your feet together. And if this is hard for you, you can always sit on top of one pillow, two pillows, whatever you need to do to get comfortable here, do that. Feet can be far away from you or close to you. And I just want you to close your eyes, sitting up nice and tall, and just start to bounce the knees. We have a lot of stress, anger, fear, powerful emotions pent up in our hips. It's also the source of low back pain. So anytime we can stretch the hips, but also release in them, right? And go ahead, inhale, lengthen through the spine, make it nice and long, and hinge forward as far forward as you can, while keeping your spine lengthened. So maybe this is enough for you, or where we were at is plenty stretch. Stay there. Maybe you can hinge forward with a straight spine all the way down. Go for it. I've got a belly, I've got boobs. This is good for me. And just feel that stretch in the hip. Breathe into it. Really take some big breaths. Maybe engage that Ujjayi breath again. Go ahead, fold forward. Letting the head fall. Hands can be wherever's comfortable. Maybe they come to blocks. That's all right. And go ahead, come on up. Let's put the right foot out, sort of at an angle with your toes pointed up towards the ceiling. Bring that left foot in. We're going to do that same thing. Lengthen through the spine. Hinge forward at the hip with a lengthened spine. As far as you can go, feel that stretch. Breathe deeply. Make sure your face is easy and relaxed. Go ahead, come on up. Switch feet. So nice and tall. Hinge forward. Feel that delicious stretch. Woo! Straight out in front of you. Flex the feet, toes face up. We're going to do a little Tadasana. So make sure you're on top of those sits bones. So if you need to move the flesh out of the way, do that. I have short arms, so I like to bring my hands to blocks as opposed to the floor. And all we're going to do is engage. You're slightly going to press into the floor just to give your spine just that little bit of lift. We're not trying to push ourselves off the ground. We don't want our butt cheeks to leave the floor. We just want to lengthen through the spine, flex those feet, and we want to engage all of those locks. That root lock, squeeze those back through muscles, draw them in and up into the navel, bring the navel in, tuck that chin, make sure the neck is long, and breathe. Feel how active we are here. And go ahead, exhale, release. And then like we did before with the other stretches, we're going to inhale, hinge forward as far as you can go. Reach those arms forward, try and keep that spine long. So you may only be able to get this far. Totally fine, as long as you're feeling that stretch. You can also bend the knees. Or if you have a yoga strap, you can wrap it around the feet to grab onto. Just try to hinge forward as far as you can. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to hinge a little bit more forward. Hands can go wherever is comfortable. Make sure the shoulders are down. And then inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward. And if this is too much, you can always widen the feet and fold forward in a V-sit. Sometimes I prefer to do a V-sit because it gives my belly a little bit more space, especially since I have Crohn's disease. I don't always want to crunch my innards. And then gently come up to sit. Move those cushions or pillows or blankets out from underneath you. We're going to do a little bit of both toes. So you want to sit on top of those sits bones again. Sitting up nice and tall. Hands are going to go behind the knees. And you want to bring your knees as close in as you possibly can. And you want to stay like this. You don't want to go like this and release the back, okay? You want to stay engaged here. Lengthen through the spine. We're just going to start to lean back and lift both legs up. We're just going to stay here for a moment, breathing. Shins are parallel with the floor. Shoulders are wide, chest is open. Breathe. You can widen the knees if you need more space for the belly. And go ahead, roll forward. Perhaps go into butterfly. Let's come on up. Let's do that one more time. Really try to keep those thighs as close to your chest as possible. Okay. shoulders are wide. Lean back, lift those legs up. Ujjayi breath. Go ahead, roll forward. And make your way all the way down onto your back. Make sure your shoulders are flat on the floor, feet are also on the floor. Just take a moment here, feel your low back connected to the earth. And I want you to walk your heels as close into your bum as you can. And I want you to walk your fingertips towards your heels. So your shoulders are away from your ears. Keep your palms flat on the floor. Keep looking up at the ceiling. We're going to move into bridge pose. So you're going to inhale, press into the heels of your feet and send your heart forward and your belly button up. You're pressing through the heels, using those thighs, sending the hips up, the belly button up. And exhale, lower down. You want to make sure that your glute muscles are not tense. You want your thighs to do all the work. Keep your gaze up towards the ceiling and keep your hands as close to your heels as possible. We're going to do it again. Inhale, press up into bridge. Keep breathing, use those thighs. Breathe deep into the belly. Lower down one vertebra at a time. Whew. Take your feet, walk them to the edge of your mat so their feet are nice and wide. Let your knees knock in. Just start to windshield wiper your knees. Bring your feet back to center. Draw the knees into the chest. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed on the floor. The lower back is relaxed on the floor. Open your arms out into a T or a cactus. And let your knees drape over to the left. Keep both shoulders on the ground. And perhaps turn the gaze in the opposite direction. Soften the face muscles, close the eyes, and just notice how you feel. Notice your breath. Notice the delicious spinal twist. And walk the feet back to center. Draw the knees back into your chest and let your knees drape over to the right. Both shoulders on the floor. Gaze to the left. Slow, deep, full breaths. Walk the knees back to the center of your mat. Draw your knees into your chest. For wind relieving pose, you can always widen the knees if you need more space for the belly. Really feel that low back connected to the earth as well as the shoulders. Let them be heavy and let them sink into the earth. Perhaps rock side to side. Give that low back a massage. And let's go ahead and move into Shavasana. Typically, Shavasana is laying flat on the floor with your palms facing up and your feet spread. But if this is uncomfortable for you, which it is for me, you can always prop your knees up on pillows or a bolster. Put a bolster underneath your knees. Maybe put your blocks underneath your knees. You're also welcome to Shavasana on your side or on your belly, or laying on your back with your feet up the wall, or perhaps laying on your back with your feet on a chair, up a dresser. Really get comfortable. There's no right way or wrong way to Shavasana. The best way is what's best for you and what's most comforting and soothing for you. Shavasana is one of the most potent and powerful poses. Corpse pose, final resting pose. That which allows you to soak up and steep in the beautiful work you just did today. So wherever you are, whatever your Shavasana looks like, take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale, give me an audible sigh. Really let it out, release it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Soften the forehead and the brow. Soften the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw. Close the lips of your mouth, separate your teeth, and let your tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Let your shoulders melt into the earth, and let your arms and wrists completely release into the floor. Relax your lower back. Soften and release the glute muscles. Soften the thighs, the backs of the knees, the calves, the ankles and toes. And I invite you for the Shavasana, if your mind gets a little too busy, to just bring your attention back to your breath, noticing how it feels and how it might feel different from when it was before. And just know that you have done absolutely everything you need to do. There is nothing left for you to do but to rest in Shavasana. Just slowly starting to deepen the breath, bringing your awareness back to the breath and bringing movement back into the fingers and the toes, circling the wrists and ankles, perhaps reaching the arms above head. And gently make your way to roll over and lay down on one side. Draw your knees into your chest. Let your hands be a pillow to your head. Take a moment to connect with your breath, with your body, and also with your gratitude for taking the step, for pressing play and committing to this beautiful practice. Thank yourself for taking care of yourself and giving yourself time. And make your way up to a seated position, hands at heart center. The light and love that resides within me honors and bows to the light and love that resides within you. Namaste.